All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. The three. Boston pulls it in.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
A consistent shot for him. Brown likes the three.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. He had a sleepless night trying to figure out how to stop Luka Doncic. He said it's rare to see a player force the other 9 players on the floor to play at his pace. It's very methodical. Like a machine, he said Doncic shows no mercy. Brian?
Thank you for that, Allie.
LeBron James.
He gets it in there.
Yeah, just too much big boy basketball by LeBron James, just bodying defenders inside.
Pass to Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work, but that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
Now here's Reeves. Let's go with a three. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. White for 3. Doncic pulls down the board. And Doncic has got the ball here for Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game. How about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake, he is still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. It's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
The shot by James, no good. Outside Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Now Porzingis. Over Hayes. He got a piece of it. Now the Lakers moving it up. And it's James with the jam.
This is classic LeBron leaping off the floor for a powerful dunk.
The drive by Holiday. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You will gladly take those. So tough to keep him in front of you. He's always playing on his front foot, using that first step.
Pass to Porzingis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
One of the tallest guys in the league. Give Porzingis the ball there and just let him work.
Got a piece of it. Tatum with a steal. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. Unloads. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Tatum with the block.
There's the length Tatum provides on the defensive side. He can change a game on that end.
Doncic, no good. 56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Tatum. Brown with a screen. Shot clock at 6. Jason Tatum, and that's good. Tatum's got 5.
See, this is what I like about Tatum and the way he uses the pick. That extra room is all that's needed for him to score.
Doncic outside. to stop the run. Boston pulls it in. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Tatum. Over Hachimura. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
And it's Hachimura missing. Porzingis for 3. And so it's Boston with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be right back after this word. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And for the Celtics here, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Well, Richard, as we've seen, sometimes all a player needs to prosper is a change of scenery.
Well, no doubt, B.A. One of the biggest deciding factors in being successful is how you fit into a system and how you fit in with the players around you.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, "It sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling." Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you.
Such a wizard with the ball. James always finds the open man.
Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis getting it done inside.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
And stolen by Holiday. To the middle. Outside Tatum. Back to Porzingis. Takes a 3. Fires in the triple. Porzingis has got 11 points. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Boston?
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
What energy on the drive from Doncic. Charging in before the defense can seal up the gaps.
Porzingis sets a screen. Here's Brown. And out of bounds, the Lakers will take it. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant, not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Now, nobody spends more time in the paint than LeBron James. He knows he's going to get the contact, and he still goes in there.
First one falls for him. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league. And it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And when you think of LeBron, his competitive spirit is, to me, the first thing that comes to mind. All this guy wants to do is win all the time.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
So it's Los Angeles now, following the bucket by Boston. Count it for Vincent.
Assist goes to
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Tatum. Hey, strong move, Tatum.
Brushing off the contact. Look, the dude is strong. When he gets in there, it's easy. That's an easy bucket.
And here's Reeves outside. Boston leading by 7. And here's Tatum. 9 points in the game. White for three. Drills it from deep. White's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Horford. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. And the basket by Holiday.
Yeah, in the paint, Holiday's agility makes him tough to contain. He just needs a little space to go to work.
The shot by Reeves, no good. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. And again, Boston with the triple.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Now here's Reeves. No points yet.
Now look, a coach is going to trust LeBron James to just put up monster numbers because that's who he is. But it is nice to see him get into a nice groove like this.
Out to Horford. Pass to Holiday. Here's Tatum. Back to Holiday. Lets it go from deep. That one's off, and now he's 3 for 6. Lakers trail by 11. Inside. Here's Finney-Smith.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
Oh, this is how aggressive Tatum is. Excellent job of getting to the rim and a finish. Just light work.
5-second differential. With Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson. We'll be hearing from Allie LaForce from the sideline. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. Pass to Holmgren. That three's off the mark. And the Warriors with possession. Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And, of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Nails it from 3.
And you can already tell Holmgren has an edge to his game. Gets the 3 right back. That's the competitive streak you need as a young player.
Now here's Curry. Pass to post. Back to Curry. 6 to shoot. The 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
I mean, he's like a magician how quickly he gets that shot off. Was it ever there?
Dort with it. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Curry. Driving in. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
It just doesn't seem to matter. Steph maintaining his focus. It just takes a ton to throw him off balance.
Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results. The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
This is the baby hook. Here's Oklahoma City now. 7-point differential. It's Dort on the wing. The 3 from Holmgren. Rebounded by Green. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Here's Curry. Outside for Green. Outside heel. Right side Curry. Green in the post. Outside heel. Let's go with a 3. Good work defensively by Caruso.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Back to Holmgren. Dort for 3. The Warriors pull it in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end. Play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team to win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. Now here's Curry. He's got 5. Outside, Green. To the paint. The kick out, Curry. The 3. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Well, the moment that ball went through on the other end, you could see Steph wanting the ball back, and of course he did it. That's the answer.
Back to Holmgren. Lays it up and banks it in. Holmgren's got 5 now.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Outside heel. Pass to Curry. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. It's tipped. And that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Warriors able to keep possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And here's Hield. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, Hield plays with such drive and intensity at all times that he just can't help but create a foul shot with that opportunity.
That's good from Hield. And the Warriors will go with a different look here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And Hield is a player who you love to see take trips to the free throw line, as consistent as he is there.
Here's Williams. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors.
18.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
That defense has been infectious here, as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Dort with it. Now guarded by Moody. On the wing, Caruso. Lets it go from deep. Counted from distance. Caruso's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And last season, Britt, many believe that SGA was deserving of the MVP award.
Well, he made such a strong case, B.A. I mean, finishing in the top 3, that is remarkable. He led that young Thunder team, again, to the #1 seed in the Western Conference and averaged 36 and 5. He also led the league at 2 steals per game. What a season.
Outside Moody. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. And stolen by Caruso. Dort for 3. Jackson Davis grabs the miss. The Warriors lead by 4. Pajemski with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Outside Payton. Back to Pajemski. Shot clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Jackson Davis misses. They are so close to taking the lead.
This is one of those games where momentum is key.
Kuminga down low. To the middle. Jackson Davis misses.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Caruso with the bucket.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Right side, Kuminga. Outside, Pajemski. And again, no good by Golden State. Caruso with it. Now guarded by Moody. Back to Williams. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Warriors leading. And Brent, you've always seen the flashes, but now it seems the game is slowed down for Kuminga.
Well, B.A., a lot of fans clamoring for Kuminga to get minutes even earlier on, but the Warriors took a very slow approach to his development, and now you're starting to see some of that athleticism and strength and some of that patience paying off for Jonathan Kuminga. You have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game. Now here's Hield. He's got 5. Over to the wing. Pass to Curry. No good there. Some solid defense from Williams. On the wing, Caruso. Now Wallace. Outside Mitchell. Clock at 6. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Now here's Curry. Give him 8 points now. Butler on the wing. Pass to Hield. Curry surveys. Here's Post. Shot from 12. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Coming onto the floor for your Thunder.
On offense, here are the Thunder. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. The three from Mitchell. He buries it from three. Mitchell's got 6 here in the quarter.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And it's Hield missing.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Here's Curry. Oh, Williams with the block. Now Williams. No points yet. 4-3. Pure from three-point range. And now it's an 8-point Oklahoma City lead. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Out to Hield. Stolen by Mitchell. Wiggins from long range. No luck on that one. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
And the other team is running all over them right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team. To settle down.
The three from Curry. good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so that's the end of the first half. Oklahoma City ahead, up 8. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Warriors trail by 8. Well, Brent, it's been a blessing to watch Stephen Curry in real time. But he's the kind of player, his highlights will stand the test of time for years.
The best shooter that's ever played the game. Yes, it's been a real treat, BA, to watch all of that happen. But gotta give credit to Steph. The early part of his career, shaky with the injuries, the confidence never wavered. And then all of a sudden, behind these magical hands, the game had changed.
Buries it from 3. Williams has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Brent, you could hit the 3 back in your day, and no doubt, Steph. Curry is the best three-point shooter in league history. What makes him so good from deep?
To me, BA, it comes down to the way that Steph goes about his habits in practice. If you ever watch footage of him in pregame warm-ups or in the off-season, there is so much variability in what he does in terms of preparing his feet and hands to shoot the basketball. There's no one that practices the way that Steph does, and there's no one that produces the way that he does either.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as he can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. Oh, Curry just weaving his way through traffic. Still knocks it in.
He could score on you in bunches. Curry doing it all in this one.
Williams from long range. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Williams has got 6 points in the quarter. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Green up top. Oh! Green dropping the hammer!
If he can get his steps together, Draymond Green will throw it down.
Pass to Williams. Left side Williams. The layup misses. Warriors trail by 4. Here's Butler. And Butler is there for the flush.
Jimmy's such a well-conditioned athlete, using that vertical he has to get up and throw it down.
And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Just how smart and patient was Steph Curry on that play. Draws the contact after the pump fake. Another thing he does so well.
And he'll take his third and fourth free throws of the night. One thing this Golden State team does very well is control the offensive glass, Brent.
Well, there's been a lot of talk analytically, BA, about how advantageous it is to come in and swoop through to grab offensive rebounds. Golden State has bought into that philosophy. They also have guys who take a lot of long shots, so that's long rebounds with a better chance of gaining an extra possession. So some smart analytical play here from Golden State in the past couple seasons.
Williams misses.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Inside. And Post gets it to go. Post has got 5.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Now here's Butler. For the lead. Jimmy Butler, so smooth inside.
Now the combo of strength, quickness from Butler, that's going to help him on the inside.
A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
1:09 left in the third. Hield with the ball. Started now by Williams. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Drills it from deep. And now a 4-point Oklahoma City lead. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by Hield. Warriors trail by 4. Pass to post. Back to Butler. Outside Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Look at Chef Curry cooking it up inside.
Curry, not one of those guards who shrinks when he gets inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They're pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And here's Green from the arc. That shot off. And we've reached the end of the third. Oklahoma City ahead, up 5. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Thunder leading by 5. Left side, Williams. Caruso outside. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here's Kuminga. That shot off the mark. Ooh, some solid defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep, Holmgren with it. Now Podziemski defending.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Drains the triple.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league, so it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
It does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Outside Payton. Pass to Moody. There's the 3. Dort grabs the miss. Thunder with a lead. And here is Williams. Here's the 3. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
And the ball out of play. The Thunder will have it. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Caruso outside. Fires for 3. Dort for 3. Fires in the triple. So Dort's got 6 here in the quarter.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Payton. And he dunks it down.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Dort with a steal. Pass to Holmgren. Pulls it from 20. And no good.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Here's Podziemski. He takes it in.
Powerful. He saw an opening and turned it into a highlight reel.
Man, just sent it down with some force.
And typically, he is not the major force in that regard, but good enough to punish a soft defense on that play.
A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Don't judge Holmgren by his size. He does have a passing skill set, finding shooters and getting them the ball.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. And there's the whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul. 2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside Payton. Outside Pajemski. Back to Payton. 6 to shoot. Right side Pajemski. Over Williams. And the shot no good. A bit short.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Warriors trail by 16.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Thunder.
They never gave up when they were down earlier. Forced their way back into this.
Over the top.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
Amazing. Man.
Trace Jackson-Davis.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. 13 foul.
1:02 left in the final quarter. Good. Here's Oklahoma City now. Pass to Holmgren. Outside for Dort. Launches it. And the three-pointer goes. And the Thunder lead by 15.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
5 to shoot. Pass to Kuminga. Back to Pajemski. From the arc. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Outside, Williams. From deep, Holmgren. Oh, the Thunder, another three.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
And so Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy, And Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And it's Morant missing. And so Fox will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Pass to Vassell. Right side, Fox. Now Wembanyama. Carries it down low. Wembanyama's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Inside, Grant. 6 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Grizzlies ball.
Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Spurs winning the 2023 lottery stand, adding the terrific Victor Wembanyama. A franchise changer, it appears.
Yeah, Kevin, the hardest thing, and you need a lot of luck to do it, is to get that guy. The guy you can build everything around. There aren't enough of them to go around. Victor Wembanyama is a guy you can build a championship franchise around. Multi-skilled at his size. This guy's going to be a fixture in this league for a long time.
Now here's Jackson. Following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. Jackson, that's good.
Jackson Jr.
It's like reading a picture book for Morant. He makes it look insanely easy.
And it's Vassell in the corner. Spurs working the ball around now. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Fox, no good. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich and I talked for a few minutes. Well, of course, they're concerned about the dynamic Ja Morant. Coach told me the plan is simple. Make things as hard as they can on Ja on both ends of the floor. Make him work on defense, and by crunch time, maybe we can tire him just a little bit. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Now here's Morant. Following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
On the wing, Barnes. Puts up a 3. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Grizzlies trailed by 4. And a wide open look for Payne. And another miss by Memphis. All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against a guy that good.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Grizzlies. 6-point game. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat, but a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Pass to Aldama. 6 to shoot. There's a screen by Aldama. Pippen with it. And now by Barnes. And it's Pippen missing.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Wembanyama with the bucket. Wembanyama's got 8 points.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Pippen can't hit.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Here's Wembanyama. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Coach, only 2 players have led the NBA in blocks as a rookie. Manute Bol and our favorite, Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Kevin, Wembanyama is already special defensively. Not only as a shot blocker, but the amount of ground that he can cover to affect shots. And there are people around the league that believe that he can become the best defender of all time.
Now, here's Fox. Vassell outside. Here's Wembanyama for 3. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
How about the range? Wembanyama has that rare ability at the center spot.
Pippen. That one's off. Still out of sync. Wembanyama outside. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You 2 players. That's a jump ball.
One second left. And it's, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to...
2.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Spurs.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Jackson with the screen. Back to Pippen. Just 3 to shoot. No good on the triple. San Antonio leading by 14. After back-to-back 50-win seasons, Stan, last season was frustrating for the Memphis Grizzlies in almost every way.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. They went 27 and 55. Due to suspension and injuries, they only got 9 games from their star, Ja Morant. But they still have a lot of young talent and still a team that can be very competitive in the future.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. Can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. With his speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with. No question. DA, thanks. Outside for Wembanyama. Spurs working the ball around now. Wembanyama deadly inside.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Grizzlies substitution.
Spurs leading by 13. Pass to Wembanyama. Barnes outside. Back to Wembanyama. Vassell wide open. Drills the three-pointer. Vassell's got his first 3 points of the game.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Well, Stan, when the Spurs landed the first overall pick in the draft, their fortunes changed back on May 16th, 2023.
Look, Kevin, the hardest thing for any franchise is to find the guy that you can build everything around. When they got Wembanyama, that dream came true for San Antonio, and they've got the guy they can build this franchise around for years to come.
They get it again. Wembanyama. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
And that one's good. Morant.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
San Antonio leading by 15. Wells with the steal. Down low. Here's Clark. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Vassell with it. Now defended by Bain. Wembanyama left side. Good. Wembanyama's got 20 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
It's Wembanyama, top of the key. Fox looking it over. Pass to Castle. Shot clock at 6. Floats it up for Wembanyama. Stolen away. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And the basket by Jackson. Jackson's got 8 here in the quarter.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
And here's Barnes for 3. Sinks the triple. And the Spurs lead by 15.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the shot goes in. San Antonio leading by 11. Fox goes in. Unloads from 13. And the Spurs scoring again.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs. 13 points up at the end of the period. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We come back right after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. The Grizzlies trail by 13. And they double up Morant. Fox with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Pass to Vassell. Wembanyama outside. Just 5 to shoot. The kick out to Barnes. Shoots. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And that's one he wants back. Just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
And then Morant slams it in.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Fox, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Pass to Morant. Memphis moving it around. Outside Jackson. Fox with the steal. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And sometimes Fox just can't be contained. I mean, he plays with so much heart and passion and terrific scoring even when he gets bodied up.
We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him. Right. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Dan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
A terrific defender, and Jackson, one of those guys with great timing when he goes for the shot block and not afraid to send a message as well.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Grizzlies trail by 12. And then Morant rams it in.
And he can get to the rim with the best of them. Morant always finds a way.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. 17 points was their biggest margin. The tray nailed from three-point land. Fox has got 12 in the game.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
So, Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those 3 outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those 3 guys. That's a great base for the future.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Pass to Huff. And Aldama has it in the corner. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
Count that bucket. Paul's got 4 points this quarter.
A master at finding angles to finish. Chris Paul uses quickness to his advantage.
Paul with the steal. One-on-one fast break. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, their shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
Pass to Champagny. Back to Paul. Got it. Good job in the low post. Paul's got 6.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Paul. It's hauled in by Huff.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
27 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Steffens. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The Grizzlies shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Here's Fox. 12 points for him. Barnes outside. Wembanyama outside. The wide open look here for Fox. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's San Antonio looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And they've created...
The Grizzlies, 31.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Pass to Vassell. They double team Wembanyama. Spurs working the ball around now. Castle misses. The Grizzlies trail by 13 to the paint. Clark. And it's Clark slamming it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. The offensive rebound. Victor Wembanyama.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Here's Aldama. And the 3 off target. Vassell outside. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Wembanyama's got 5 points now this quarter.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Wembanyama left side. Pass to Vassell. Back to Wembanyama. Here's Castle. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Castle's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pippen feeling it out a bit. Wells with it. Payne for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Back to Fox. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Clark. The shot misses. Good defense by Wembanyama. Barnes with it. Guarded now by Clark. Wembanyama, right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Castle misses. The Grizzlies trail by 14. To the wing right side. Wells wide open. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so two things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way, and you're interested.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked the day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. Morant, outside, Bain. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Wembanyama looking it over. Over Bain. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And so it's Bain with it. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Down by 12.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Here's Heaney. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
And a big man who moves like a guard, Wembanyama is an absolute terror when he slices inside.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
And the basket by Jackson.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Here's Morant. Out of the rafters, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
A huge shot from Morant. Wow, you see why they put the ball in his hands in those situations.
And San Antonio has possession. 17 points was their biggest margin. Back to Barnes. And Wembanyama outside. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Memphis with the ball. 4-point game. On the wing, Bain. Rebound, San Antonio. And so they foul intentionally.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Taking care of business at the line, and he adds some cushion to their lead.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. 16 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
They need a quick basket here.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
16 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And it's Vassell with the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
San Antonio foul. Devin Vassell.
There's 14 seconds left in the game.